Hello everyone and welcome to another Table Soccer app tutorial. And in this tutorial we're gonna talk about profile admins, and we're gonna go through the basic type of profiles, the functionalities, and in the dashboard how you can edit profiles, add new events, and see some cool features on this. So first thing that we need to know is what are profiles. I'm going to quickly jump into two screenshots from the Table Soccer app from the phone, and these two screenshots are from when you add a new profile, when you create a new profile. And first thing that you'll see is you'll have to select the profile type. Now profiles are anything that is foosball related. That's why we don't just have places to play such as private places, arcades, pubs, bars that have foosball tables like training centers and foos clubs. These are physical places that have foosball tables in them, but profiles can extend much more than this. They can also include federations and also anyone who's involved in organizing events, or they have a company in the foosball world, or they're a table manufacturer, or they're a foos shop, or anything like that. So profiles can extend to all of these, and I'm going to show you in the dashboard what the differences are. Now, how do you become a profile admin is either when you create through the app and profile. At the end of the form you have this box that you have to tick if you want to manage that profile that you've created, or if you ask us through the app on the particular profile or through any other contact means. We're very keen on this. We'd love, well, Table Soccer app being a community project, a foosball community project, we highly encourage local communities and event organizers and pub owners, or anyone who wants to manage any type of profile, to take matters into their own hands and not leave it to anyone else to add locations in their community or events in their community. So we highly recommend that you become managers of the profiles that you want. So now I'm gonna show you the different types of profiles that we have and some functionalities. Let's say you're already a manager for different types of profiles like I am right now. What you need to do is go to tablesoccerapp.com, and on the right top corner you'll have the login. Now I'm already logged in, but once you log in, you'll see, once you click your profile picture, the profiles that you have under your management. Let's just say it like that. So I've created 4 profiles for this example. I've added 4 profiles for this example. First one is an event organizer, second is a national federation, and the last 2 are just pubs which have foosball tables. And I'm going to show you the differences between them. So for this profile, when I jump into it, I see that I have only 2 options. This means that I am a publisher for this profile, and I can only edit the information and add events. The main difference from this type of admin and the full admin for the profile is that I also have the settings tab, and you can see, because I have the settings tab, it means that I am a admin. Now when you're an admin for a profile in comparison to just a publisher, the main difference is that you can add other users that can edit this profile. So you can see this profile is edited at the moment by 2 people, and you can add as many people as you want to edit and manage the profile and its events. Now what I want to talk about is the common parts of all the profiles. On the top part, we see that we have a profile picture and a cover photo that we can change at any time. And then below that, we go into the About section. In the About section, you'll see that we have, besides English, 3 other languages that we support at the moment. Hopefully, we'll add more in the near future. If there is no content in one of the languages, then it will automatically default to the one that has information, in this case the English. In the About section, we also can edit the name of the profile, the description, add more details as relevant as possible to the foosball community. Also in the About section, we can see the location tags. The location tags are very important. They are the backbone of the app. If a profile doesn't have location tags set up, then it won't appear in the location that a user has selected within the app. So it's very important that we add location tags. Now, I go quite explicit to the profiles that I'm editing or that I'm managing. But most importantly is the city and the country. This is the most important things to add to the location tags. So it's very important to add them. Now you can add multiple ones, but the more relevant, the better. So always be sure to save this section, as this is one of the very few sections within this page that doesn't have autosave. Below the About section, we go into available tables. So if you know what type of tables there are in that place, you can add them. Then we have contact information, which is pretty basic: phone, email, website, Facebook. The sales orders and tickets, it's a feature that we're not supporting in the app at the moment, so we're just going to ignore that for now. The address is very important, as any user would want to know where the location that they want to visit is actually located in. The features part is, let's say, foosball related. So playing system is related to the way that people can play foosball on the tables in that location. So if they're coin operated, if they're by hourly rate, if it's free play, or if it's a membership fee, you can mention any of these here. You can also add multiple. Game level is a type of description that we want to encourage people to add, so that people who see the location for the first time, they would understand the level of play that the common players in that location have. So I go a lot with let's say if it's a place where all type of players come, I would go something like amateur and local level pro. I would also mention it, especially on tournament nights in this for this example, that I know that a lot of local players, pro local players, will show up at events. If it's if the location is the home ground of a foosball club, I would definitely mention that. If there are players part of a national team, then I would also mention that. So any type of detail like that, where you'd say either world-class players or local pro players or amateurs or anything that would relate to the level of play of the players that usually play in that location. Table state, we'd want, hopefully all the tables and all the locations would be in excellent condition, constantly maintained, but we know that that's not always the case. So here we say like the state of the table, so that everybody would know. Business schedule, so just when it's opened, when the place is open. You can add photo galleries, and you can also add a YouTube video, link a YouTube video, so that people would get the feeling more of how things look over here. So these are the common parts, and the difference between a profile that is a physical place, such as a pub or a training center or a foods club, and an event organizer or a federation, is that a lot of times a event organizer doesn't have a physical address, but they can still exist in the app, and they can have events, like post events. I'm going to show you quickly how you can create an event from one of the profiles that that has a location, and then I'll show you the difference from this to one that doesn't have a location set up. So I'm going to go into the Events tab, and I'm going to click on this plus button to add a new event. And now I'm prompted by a window that's going to ask me the event type. We've created 5 event types for the moment, so we've categorized them under ITSF official tournaments. Official tournaments, these are usually bigger tournaments done by event organizers or by other foosball body organizations that usually need a pre-registration or a registration, and they're usually pretty big events. Open for all events, this is very common. It can vary from your local DYP to any type of tournament. Your local pub might run a league or anything like that. And open for all means that anyone who wants to join can join. You don't have to be a registered player to any type of federation or any type of other organization or anything like that. Meetup and training sessions, these are ways that people can sync and meet up in a location to either practice or just have some pickup games. So I'm going to go for an open for all tournament, as I'm going to create a Friday DYP for this example. Now I've given it a title, and then I'm going to click on next. So what I'm prompted with is to change the cover photo, so I'm going to personalize this event. I have this picture that I use a lot, and then I can add more details in the about section, especially in the description section. So let's just say I have a huge text. I can share it over here. I can say who's coming if I know who's coming. I can mention something like the entry fee, or anything that is relevant for the description of this event. The location tags are already imported from the location, because it's an event hosted by this place, right? By this profile. It already took the location tags of this place. Now what we need to do is we need to add a date for the event. So we said it's a Friday DYP. Let's just say it starts at 7 p.m. and then it's gonna finish by, yeah, that sounds about right. Now if this is an event that happens regularly, so let's say every Friday, I can add multiple dates to this event, so I don't have to create new events every time. I can add another date, and then I can have this event coming up in the events calendar on all the dates that I've added. Location of the event, this being an event in the same pub that I'm managing right now, so it took the address from it. I don't have to edit it. I don't have to insert it. Sales orders and tickets is, as I mentioned before, it's not supported in the app at the moment. And then I can personalize it even more, and I can add photo gallery and YouTube video to this event. Now, once I'm done, it's very important to click on the publish button, so because at this time the event is in drafts and it will not be pushed to the app. So once I say publish, this will already be pushed to the app, and everybody that's following this location, so we see that right now it has 2 followers. These 2 followers will automatically receive push notifications within the app. So this is how you add an event from a pub/bar, like a location like this that you manage. Now I'm going to show you the main difference from this to a profile that's a event organizer and that doesn't have a physical address attached to it. So I'm going to go into this profile and I'm going to go on their events, and I can hit on the plus button. I'm going to say it's an open for all tournament, and we're going to have a Monster DYP. Again, I can change the cover photo, make it look good, add description, manage the location tags. Now, this being an event organizer, the location tags are already set up to what it has. But if the event organizer that is from Melbourne makes this Monster DYP in Sydney, I'm going to have to edit this. So I'm going to delete Melbourne and I'm going to add Sydney to this. Now this event, even though this event organizer is from Melbourne, because it has an event in Sydney, we'd want this location tag to be in Sydney. So we have this event popping up in for the users that have Sydney selected as their location. We're going to add a date. And we see that there is no location set up, because as I told you, this event organizer doesn't have an address set up in its profile. So what we need to do is we need to choose the location of the event. Now we can either add a an address from Google. We can easily search and add an address from Google, or we can add a place that's already in the app. So let's say that this Monster DYP will be played in a pub in Sydney, and I don't know right now which ones we have in the app, but I'm gonna use I'm just gonna use one that I know. So right now, if I select Snakes and Wizards, this event will pop up as being hosted by Foosball Victoria, but being played in Snakes and Wizards. So it will take Snakes and Wizards location. I can choose location, or again, I can just add a location on a map. So these are the main differences between hosting an event from an event organizer profile or from a profile that that has a physical location in. That's about it for this tutorial about profile admins and the features you can use in the dashboard. Thanks for watching, and most importantly for using the Table Soccer app, and I'm looking forward to see the new places and events all of you are creating for this international foosball family that we're all part of. See you next time.